Hello everyone, my name is Hectic and today I'm going to be ranking every single sheriff skin in Valorant in a tier list. Yep, it's been a little bit since I've done one of these and I should already be through all the sidearms already, but yeah, I've had things to focus on like school. Like imagine going to school and shit. Yeah, so a lot of sheriff skins to go through. This is how this will work. We have our tiers here. The only tiers that I'm using are S, A, B, and C. S for superior, A for average, B for bad, C for crap, but probably B for basic, and C for crap. That sounds better. With S being the best and C is the worst. Everything down here is just space for me to put my images. In case you guys want to know what I use to make this tier list, I use Adobe Spark. So that's what I'm using to make this tier list. Let's go. Just note how this will work. This is my opinion. Please free to leave your opinion down in the comments down below, but do not attack me, please. And also, at the end of this, not only will I be ranking these in the tier list, I will be ordering them from 1 to, in this case, 23 within each tier list, or each tier. Together, you'll see how that works. Let's get started. We do this by random. So let's start off with the Wasteland Sheriff. So the Wasteland Sheriff, everybody harps on me so much for putting the Wasteland series so low. Honestly, I think that these look kind of trash, but the Wasteland Sheriff is actually not that bad. One of the better ones, unlike the Wasteland Shorty. If I'm going to use anything in the Wasteland series, it would probably be the Wasteland Sheriff. I underestimated this, and people are slapping me in the face for this, and I'm slapping myself in the face for this. A tier. Next up, we have the Lightweight Sheriff. Pretty good. Blue variant, because that's the way that I like. Like my inventory is blue. Currently running this because I have nothing else, and imagine having money. So, but yeah, still pretty good for a Battle Pass skin. Lightweight Sheriff, A tier. Next up, Sakura Sheriff. This one, if you use anything in this series, you get 0 kills in your game. And probably are stuck down in Iron 3. Yeah, kind of trash. You know, nobody uses this. I don't see this anywhere. C tier. Get out of here. Next up, choose one at random. Sylvanius. I still don't know how to pronounce the Sylvanius Sheriff. Yeah, just as bad as Sakura. I don't see this anywhere. I don't think anybody bought this, and this skin pack was a waste of marketing. So yeah, also C tier. Next up, I'm going to put in the Sova Protector Sheriff. Sova needs to go to English class and learn how to spell protector. There's no K in there. But I recently got this because I grinded on this. I have about 1,000 hours on Sova, not even capping there. But I don't really like this. There's bigger and better drip on this. The only reason you would use this is if you flex on how much you play this game. Oh, by the way, this is the Agent Contract skin, Sova Sheriff. And I only have this because I grinded the heck out of the game. But yeah, it's B tier drip. I probably shouldn't even label it as drip. Only big Sova nerds would actually dare equip that in-game. Next up, Singularity Sheriff. Really drippy thing, but I would use it in-game because I've switched off of Singularity because tracer rounds and stuff means you need more recoil control, and it actually is a bit inaccurate. And I'll do a separate video over that. This is why I switched off of my Singularity Sheriff. Phantom back to near practically the default because I actually shoot better with that. Yeah, Singularity, pretty drippy though. This is definitely S tier drip. Next up is the Ion Sheriff. You know, the Tesla fanboy skin. If you don't have this already, like me, you will never be good at this game. Yeah, Ion Sheriff, really, really good. It just looks sleek, and it's in like everybody's compilation videos of sheriff kills. Yeah, get the Ion Sheriff. Don't support Elon Musk though. If any of the proceeds are going to him, then immediately boycott this product. S tier drip. Now the next one filling in the absolute superior drip category is going to be the Reaver Sheriff. I've had this a few times in my shop and I regret not picking it up, but yeah, Reaver Sheriff, really drippy, especially the white variant. And if you use any other variant besides the white or purple, what are you doing with yourself? Yeah, you're low-key sus, like Among Us sus 100 type of play. Reaver Sheriff guaranteed to give you aimbot. I know that for sure because I used a Reaver Vandal. So S tier in that regards. Next up, we'll go with the new sheriff skin, the Arcane Sheriff. Who doesn't love fanning people? Yeah, you get to fan with this sheriff. Too bad it was like a $25 skin, so not worth purchasing in my regards, but looks really cool. And Arcane League of Legends trailer looks pretty darn cool, so if you want to support that, get that. It is something different. Like, this is what Astra should have as her sheriff. Like, it gives me good space vibes. And yeah, unlike the Eclipse Ghost. So definitely A tier drip. Nothing outstanding, but probably better than some of the other stuff before it or under it. Next up, Sentinels of Light Sheriff. I don't get the skin. Like, I think that this little piece of light under here is very unnecessary. I don't get it. Also, only get the purple or the blue variant. Anything else, and what are you doing with that? Nobody likes kiwi strawberry, and nobody likes default vanilla textures. Sentinels of Light Sheriff. If that's the skin out of that pack that you bought, reconsider your life choices. Honestly, B tier. Next up is the Polyfox Sheriff. If you have this one, you are an OG Valorant player. I remember having this, but back then when drip wasn't a thing, you know, foxes are pretty cool, but don't put them on gun skins. Please just don't do that. Yeah, just flex on people how long you played this game, and just then put it away, you know. Yeah, C tier. Get out of here. Next up, Mage Punk Sheriff. Mage Punk Sheriff is really, really cool, and one of my favorite ones out of this entire series is Mage Punk 2.0, actually. And just like Mage Punk, I hold that in high esteem. Automatically is S tier. I can't decide which one to do. Let's do this one. Minima Sheriff. I don't like the Minima skins. I think this is too much like Roblox, and that game sucks. Yes. If you play that, you're probably like 5 years old and stuck in your mom's basement for too long. So yeah, don't equip this one. But I mean, out of all of the skins, the Minima and the Operator are probably the best looking ones. But I still wouldn't recommend this. This looks too much like Roblox, and I hate that game. So C tier. Actually, I'll give it the credit it deserves, B tier. Next up is the Default Sheriff. Well, it's a Default Sheriff, but it's not as terrible as some of the things below it. But it's still, there's still better options that you can have. I'll put it in C tier. Next up is Varnish Sheriff. This came in the last Battle Pass, which I managed to snag because I only wanted the artisans, not the varnish. Like, I mean, look at this. This looks like a damn leather couch. Like, get this out of here. Yeah, nobody likes this. Nobody even use. Actually, I see people use that, but they're cringe iron players who have only played this game for like 1 month and have no drip. It's called you just ask me to buy you a sheriff, man. I'll buy you something. I have actual drip. Get this out of here. Yeah, I think this is probably the worst skin to come out of Valorant altogether. Don't buy the Varnish series. Don't. If you bought that battle pass and actually equipped the Varnish series, yikes. C tier. Next up is the Convict Sheriff. I don't know why this is still a thing. I don't like this at all. I'm not going to comment further on this. Get this out of here, C tier. Next up, Aristocrats Sheriff. Out of the Aristocrats series, by far the worst skin that you can possibly imagine out of all of those. And yeah, don't get the Aristocrat Sheriff. Get the Aristocrat Ares or something, yeah? I know you want to flex that gold on here, but flex your edgy side like a Reaver or something. Not this gold. Yep. No. Pretty bad, C tier. Next up is the Surge Sheriff. Surge Sheriff is pretty cool if you quit the red and blue variant. That's pretty cool. This old battle pass skin. I remember running this for a little bit until I realized, oh, that's not as drippy as you think. But it's still drippier than some things, so B tier. Next up, K-Tac Sheriff. Anything K-Tac is drippy. This came out with like the release of KO. KO was overhyped, but K-Tac was not. So at least something good came out of that. So K-Tac Sheriff, really, really drippy. I like the sleek black colors. All of this design. If Riot could just come out with more stuff like this, we will keep feeding them money. Great A-tier drip. Next up, Polyfox Sheriff. And you know, frogs are poggers, so that is non-negotiable. That is just, I'm just stating facts here. Frogs equal pog. Hey, that rhymes. But just like the fox, it's only stays drippy for so long. Yeah, B tier. Next up, Prism 2 Sheriff. If you get anything Prism 2, just uninstall the game, yeah? This looks horrible. I had the unfortunate experience of having somebody buy me a Prism 2 Vandal in-game, and it looked like absolute crap. So, therefore, the Sheriff will look even more crap. And, yeah, don't get this. Don't equip it. Just acknowledge that it exists, and then contemplate why it does exist. Yes, maybe stop playing Riot games or something like that. I mean, that will probably solve all of your issues, all of your your nightmares that you might have about getting destroyed by a Prism 2 Sheriff in game while you're in, I don't know, gold lobbies or something like that. Yeah, this is pretty bad. C tier. I'm running out of room on C tier, so I'm just gonna drop it there. Next up, Nebula Sheriff. I remember when I thought that Nebula was actually really good. Yeah, but unfortunately, it is not. It's gotten kind of old. It was good back in the day, but for a green screen skin, it's one of the worst out there. Nebula Sheriff, no longer drippy. Get that out of here. C tier. Next up, the Yoru Agent Contract skin. Death Wish Sheriff. Yoru has drip, and let me tell you this is one of the best looking sheriff skins I've seen so far. And if you play this game like a whole lot, you will eventually get this skin, and you will not regret grinding that agent contract down to its last core. and then getting your reward and it being absolutely wonderful. Deathwish Sheriff, really good, A tier drip. Next up is the Jet Game Over Sheriff. It looks pretty cool, but unfortunately lacks in the drip factor. Just because it's trying to be like a lightweight sheriff, but it just fails in that category. But it's probably it's better than, like, I don't know, the Silver Sheriff or something like that. So I'll give it some respect and put it in A tier. Yes. And finally is the Brimstone, what is this? Peacekeeper Sheriff. Well, there's not going to be any peace. There's going to be war with this because I'm going to war with Riot Games for making this color scheme an actual thing. Like, look at this. Ew. Like, yikes. This looks like some sort of, like, these colors look like food that you get out of, I don't know, some 12-year-old MRE or something like that. Yikes. Absolute. I'm gonna put this below C tier. Like, this doesn't exist. Also, who plays Brimstone anymore? You play Brimstone. If you equip this, uninstall the game. Yep. Get this out of here. Now time for the glorious rankings on each tier. So the number one choice that I'm going to put up here, in S tier, I'm going to put the Reaver Sheriff, followed by the Ion Sheriff, then the Singularity Sheriff. Next up will be the Mage Punk, followed by the Wasteland, followed by the K-Tech, then the Arcane, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give Yoru a bit more drip than usual. Put him there. Then the Lightwave, then the Jet Sheriff. Next up in here, unfortunately, Sentinels of Light has to be at the top. Then it will be the Surge. Then the Pogger Frogs. Then the Silver Sheriff, and then the Minima Sheriff. Oh my goodness. Then in C tier, this is going to be an absolute mess. I'm going to have to put, yikes. Big fat yikes. I'm going to have to put the Aristocrats Sheriff, followed by the Nebula Sheriff. Ew. Oh, this is the worst tier that I've ever had to rank. Followed by the Polyfox Sheriff, followed by the Convex. Ew, we're getting worse. Then the Default Sheriff, the Sakura Sheriff, the Sylvanius Sheriff. Then I'll just go ahead and put this into like D tier or something like that. We'll actually use D tier. Yes, that. Then the Brimstone. Yikes. Then the Varnish Sheriff, and then the Peacekeeper Brimstone Sheriff. That is my official ranking of all of the Valorant Sheriff skins. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like on this video if you like it. My name is Hectic, and remember, frogs are pog.